thinking of starting with mercenary soldier, and as soon as I get the points to buy heavy, buy the heavy tree, and then I can just climb down either tree as I see fit.
That way just play the two of them,
I would definitely start just refreshing, looking at them. Yeah, as you asked, I would start with the mercenary soldier, because that's going to give you stuff to use right now with what you're able to carry, which would make sense of moving from a soldier and then specializing into heavy, just like story-wise. And then once you're able to find you something that Barrage and Burley and all that good stuff will accommodate, moving into the heavy.
Yeah, all of the heavy's abilities will totally stack with any other career tree, because it's all about pounding around at range against your enemies.
Well, and heavy and mercenary soldier are both from the hired gun career path, so it's not like I'm stepping. I'm not stepping far out of my. Yep. Yeah, so I think that's how I'll do it. I'll start with mercenary soldier, and I'll buy heavy as soon as I can.
And with mercenary soldier, you get the before you start doing a lot with heavy, depending on what you find, you also get the, like I said, the sniper type shots with a heavy ass freaking gun.
And there's just
which makes you, I'm big burly, stand and take it, but I can also snipe your ass with this big gas gun.
Right.
So like the Marine sniper with the 50 cal in Vietnam, it's like, you don't snipe with a 50 cal normally.
Right. Exactly.
You're a specialist.
But there are those special people that have a special knack and talent.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I used to love Call of Duty getting the 50 caliber with the scope.
Yeah. So I would definitely go that route.
So for our all Mandalorian campaign, I totally threw together the Sons and Daughters of Mandalore as a title. If y'all have something better, just let me know.
I like it. I liked it when I first saw it.
Yeah. Yep.
And if it does make your lives easier, I did throw in the group chat, the Edge of Empire talent, all the talent trees in a quick and easy PDF as opposed to the books.
But I love my books.
I mean, the books are best, but in a pinch.
Not everybody is crazy enough to spend several $100s buying the books on eBay.
Hey, I mean, buying them when they came out in print too. I mean, that was totally a thing.
Yep.
Oh man, think about it. Going Merc Soldier then Heavy, having the option of, or were you going Hired Gun, or you're going Merc?
Yep, Merc Soldier and then Heavy.
Because you would then have access to probably both multiple levels of sidestep.
Yeah. There's, let's see, one there, two. Yeah, I'd have 2 levels of sidestep.
Which means upgrading the difficulty of all incoming attacks twice.
Yep.
Nice.
Which definitely would help for standing there and taking it.
Yep.
Which is good. You can stand there and take it while I move. So,
stand in the open while everyone else flanks.
Exactly. Well, and the nice thing too about taking Merc Soldier is couple ranks of second wind, so that stamina that I'm burning for sidestep I can get back with second wind.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but as far as maneuver, so I did not go as a Wookiee, though it was really tempting It would have been fun. A Wookiee Mandalorian, but I went with a Cayuzo. So, and
I mean, Wookiee Mando would be funny.
Oh, it would have been. It was. I tweaked and played with one, creating it up, but and it would have been fun, and he would have been more of a brawly type, but but yeah, went with Cayuzo. One thing nice with that is their planet, the gravity, the musculature. While you're standing there taking it once per round as a maneuver, I can suffer 3 strain to leap horizontally or vertically to any location within a medium range.
You can.
So I can just, I can leap and close in on them while you're sitting there drawing their attention and fire.
Well, and I decided to go with Mandalorian human.
Me too.
Because I liked the ability to pick a non-career skill and make it a career skill.
Yeah.
So that's where I dumped my. I went with ranged heavy on that, because for the mercenary soldier I picked up athletics, piloting, planetary, resilience, vigilance, gunnery, and leadership.
Don't you get with Death Watch? Don't you get both heavy and light?
Maybe.
In the Skype, I totally shot the Death Watch character talent tree.
I know I've got that book around here somewhere.
Tree of Death Watch, you get coercion, medicine, piloting planetary, and ranged light as your bonus career skills.
Yeah, so
okay,
I could do something.
I have
other
both,
than,
but it must be the gadgeteer that gave me the heavy then.
So I could do something other than piloting planetary, because I get that from Death Watch.
The land, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going
let me.
Assassin Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, the gadgeteer gives me both. So, what's that?
I'm going Assassin Bounty Hunter.
Nice.
Nice. So, gosh, that gives me another career skill to spend.
Mm-mm.
I guess I could go with discipline or brawl.
So, besides Kelly and Gunter, is anybody else going Mandalorian human?
Me.
Was that Jeff?
That was Jeff.
I'm the only odd one out. Though in armor, you wouldn't know the difference really by much, other than, man, I can leap.
I mean, that's the beauty of Mando armor.
Right. Well, if you're not a Wookiee and you got a basic humanoid shape, yes. The only thing that would give me away is my hands, I guess.
And which species were you going with?
The Cayuzo. They're the green dudes with the big coolie hats.
Big hat. Yep.
Yeah. And if I remember right, they're 3-fingered, but can be 4-fingered maybe. I forget. I know they have. I think their hands weird.
Yeah, they've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hands. And Golda, what species were you thinking of going with?
Just a second, I can tell you. She's Chiss.
The Chiss?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So again, humanoid.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I stuck with humanoid. I saw some others that looked interesting, but I was like, no, let's just stick with something that's basically human shape.
But you got infravision, right? Chiss?
And the Chiss are always sexy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I think they're like the only one, aren't they? surprised it's not something more, a little bit more prominent in at least a couple more species.
Yeah, I think one of the insectoid species has it, but that's it.
Yeah.
So brawl, discipline, or melee?
I mean, melee gives you more
weapons, but
more
I mean, we're
option than brawl
Mandalorians.
ones. I mean, I only have brawl. I don't have melee, so but that's okay. I tend to shoot more, but that's all right. Brawl's a backup because you never know. Stuff
True
happens.
All of a sudden, he says that, and first thing that happens, you guys have to put your weapons in crates, even though weapons are part of your religion.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I mean, you just don't know. Shit happens, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with brawl too, just because we might get captured. Never hurts to have a couple of brawlers, right?
Yep.
And I do have a brawn of 3, so.
All right.
Brawn of 3, agility of 4. So, Golda, what career path did you decide on?
I am still looking. I want to be like a brawler, kind of a, not necessarily melee, because this is a world full of shooting everybody, and as soon as I get close enough, somebody will kill me. But I want, like, I don't know. I was thinking
it's good to have people that can engage, because once you engage, they don't get to shoot so well.
Yeah, so I was thinking like warrior and moving out from there. But Force and Destiny Core. Do I have that one?
All right. Toughened is ranked.
Does somebody have the Force and Destiny Core rulebook? I've got the Sons of Fortune and Keeping the Peace and Knights of Fate.
So the Force and Destiny would be a Force user, by the way.
Okay, yeah, when I clicked on Warrior, it said, please see page 96 of the Force and Destiny Core rulebook for details.
It's a Jedi warrior.
Jedi warrior.
And then your specialization, like I was looking at Deathwatch Warrior because that's the one that you're sending in our thing.
But
it's a different tree. That's for a Jedi who's a warrior-based Jedi, like Mace Windu.
Yeah, the Deathwatch is a general class.
Yeah, Deathwatch is in the book. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, Deathwatch is a universal, not a subclass.
It's Collapse of the Republic, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be at the bottom of the picture if I can blow it up bigger, which I can't.
Well, I downloaded the picture that you had shared here. Yeah. Maybe there's it's a billion things, and they're all saying I can't download.
So remember,
there has been a.
I'm
Jedi,
giving you all for free the Deathwatch tree.
Right, from the Universal tree.
Yeah.
That's once you do everything, you get those additional experience to purchase that. But I mean, there has been wasn't there supposedly one Mando Jedi or something like that?
At least one, and then with the invention of Ahsoka, they're now implying that there's 2.
Yep.
So you could go Jedi Warrior if you wanted to, I suppose, if Jim will allow it.
I mean, if you want Inquisitors to show up, that would be great.
Hey, once we get our start getting Beskar, I'm okay with that.
Until then, why do so many of us have mechanical limbs?
All right.
And was that Collapse of the Republic? Was the book?
Yes, for the Death Watch?
Yeah.
Yep.
You will soon find the PDF in Skype. It will probably take a while to load.
Oh, interesting. The heavy talent tree is duplicated between hired gun and soldier.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can have the Republic or Imperial version or the Merc version.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple kind of like that. But yeah, if you go something melee, that's awesome.
Yep.
Because I'm actually still up in the air if I keep or change my weapon loadout.
Ooh, Golda, you might want to take a look at the Soldier Vanguard.
I was in Soldier. I'm like going through them, but what's Vanguard? Is it in... This thing has Mando right? Medic Sharpshooter, and then it goes to Soldier Stories. It doesn't have... I see Vanguard as an option, but I don't know what it is. Forged in Battle?
Athletics, Brawl, Knowledge Warfare, Medicine, Melee, Ranged Light, Ranged Heavy, Survival.
Dad! No!
Kelly, you're not muted.
Sorry.
Okay, I was like, whoa. Sorry,
right.
just reading off
Kelly.
the career skills here.
The cat was doing something that he ought not.
I think that's Age of Rebellion, right, soldiers?
Yeah,
So.
It says
yeah, it's Age of Rebellion. Yep.
Right, but for Vanguard, I need the Forged in Battle source book. I'm not finding it in my list of files. Does somebody have it?
I will get it in there for you.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, it's got point blank. It's got some ranks of bodyguard, rapid reaction, improved bodyguard, some good stuff in there.
Right.
Yeah, good party helper type and fighter.
Seize the Initiative is a real good one. Once per session as a maneuver may make a hard athletics check. On success, other PCs may take their turns immediately. That'll be badass.
It should be coming through shortly for you.
Thank you.
Yes, my primary weapon currently, if we do have a melee focused individual, I currently have loaded and will be changing it otherwise. But if we have a melee, at least one melee person, I'm looking at going with a cryoban rifle.
It's gonna have a freeze
which basically it's a freeze ray. So as I figure as a gadgeteer, it kind of makes sense, to have a funky weapon. But what's awesome with it, it does 6 damage, but it's 6 stun damage, so it's strain. It has ensnare 1 and pierce 5 with a 6 damage. But it also, if armor, one drawback is if some reason somehow, which is uncommon, armor has removed 1 or more black due to extreme cold, pierce quality is just 0. But I mean, that seems like a fairly non-common armor trait. So I think there's only a couple that do anything like that. So, and then when making a melee attack, though, the big thing, when making a melee attack against a target struck by a Cryoban in the current round, add 2 blue to the check.
So
if I'm
you
cryobanning
you
people,
shoot them with that, and then I knock the crap out of them. Is the idea?
You engage melee that you're getting a +2 blue every time I hit them prior in that round.
They're all covered with frost and moving slow.
Yes, and so then they're like sitting ducks. So makes for great party dynamics,
Right.
As we now know
so.
what the gun sounds like with that noise.
So yeah, I saw that looking around weapons, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool looking. That'd be fun.
I'm thinking I want to get my hands on the Z6 rotary blaster cannon with a lightweight frame and magnetic weapon tether.
Nice.
I was going to say, what? You don't want to put an underbarrel flamethrower on it for up close business?
Yeah, I mean, I still got a hard point left, so we'll see.
Or I would, honestly, with that one, I always recommend the laser sight. So that way it makes it easier to hit multiple targets. You get that free advantage.
Oh,
laser.
Yeah. Oh.
Laser.
Rotary blaster with lasers.
Yeah, unfortunately, my Cryoban only has 1 hard point, but being gadgetary, I think I can do something with that.
Probably. What is the laser sight called? Oh, the Bantha Eye laser sight?
I think that's the one. There should be 2 different versions. That's the better of the 2, I believe.
That's add 1 advantage, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. It gets you halfway to getting two shots for the price of 1. Because remember,
advantage adds up, especially with weapons.
Mm-hmm. And remember, that one only shoots on auto fire, so you're adding an extra purple to every shot.
Yep.
And you happen to have, I think both of those trees have extra reload, which is a very important talent to pick up with a weapon like that.
Yep.
You never want to run out of ammo.
Nope.
Wow. And that Cryoban's actually a medium range light weapon.
Mm-hmm. You'd think something like that would normally just be close range, but they gave it medium range.
You would think. Yeah, buddy.
You look like those guys in Predator 2 where they're trying to freeze the alien.
Yeah.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
All right.
I mean, on the plus side, it's also a great way to bring them in alive,
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Yep.
Oh, yeah, Mercenary Soldier doesn't have the spare clip.
But I believe the heavy does.
Yeah, heavy does.
Oh, yeah, heavy does.
Because when you're shooting a bajillion rounds per turn, you want to make sure not to run out of ammo too quick.
Yeah, but with the other one, you're sniping with a rotary rifle.
Right?
All right. Critical. What's the crit on this thing? Oh, no, it's no crit.
The Cryoban, it's probably pretty bad.
Nah, it looks like actually. So this one, for even though it's stun damage, which technically says you can crit with stun damage, not stun quality, apparently this one does not actually have a crit, even though it's crit, or it's stun damage. So you can't like super freeze them or something and do crit.
Oh shit, the heavy tree has 3 rings of burly. Look at that.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're getting a Pierce 5, I'm not going to complain about crit too much.
Right.
When you're pretty much making a Hut ignore his soak and going straight for the damage,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I guess can't be too greedy. I mean, you can, but. All right, where do I put? Those
I'll
under.
totally
Okay,
suggest
those are
to you
features.
for that weapon, buy extra blaster packs.
No.
With the exception of going to the meat market, you will not find reloads for that for sale anywhere.
It doesn't really say there's any special. It's a considered a energy weapon, so it's standard energy. It doesn't say it uses any kind of special ammo. So surprisingly, yeah, you would think it would have a special type of ammo. What were you gonna say?
There's something wrong with the forged in battle document that you shared, the file. It's saying that the download failed, but then it's also saying that I've got it, but it won't open it. And when I try to delete it so I can re-download it, it says that I need administrator permissions to delete it. And I'm like, single owner of the whole computer, like there is no administrator, and it's refusing to delete it.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I just clicked
It's
it and
very
opened
weird.
Skype.
Did you try saving it specifically to your desktop versus as a web element?
I was dropping it into my downloads. Let me try.
Because I think I had problems with something he had, and I had to make sure it like downloaded straight to or something instead of where I had to do a save as from the download.
Skype's being funky sometimes.
I have the options of accept, cancel, and accept and don't ask me again. I've been using accept. When I click accept, let's try it again. What do I get? Yep, it's not really doing anything. That's nice.
Let's see, this was just done in Skype.
Yeah, it's the last book that was downloaded. It's a really big file too. For that
it's massive.
And it did the little circle finish filling, the little blue.
No, it barely got started, and then it says download failed in red underneath it.
But it changed to the PDF format before you tried to download, right? You didn't try to do it while it was still the little circle was filling once you accepted the document.
What I did was click on it, and it said, do you want to accept, do you want to cancel, or do you want to accept and not ask me again? And I said, I'd like to accept, please.
Yeah, when you do accept, then you'll see the little blue start filling around the circle.
Right,
once that's complete, it should turn to a PDF document.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It says that it's a PDF document, but it's refusing to download.
Okay,
it says Age of Rebellion 125.6 MB PDF.
Okay, so do a right click on the document and do save as.
Save as.
And try to save it to your desktop.
And David, which career trees were you going for?
I am a gadgeteer, so bounty hunter, gadgeteer, and Death Watch.
Okay. And Jeff, did you decide what career?
Yeah, I'm going to do a spy scout. And of course, Death Watch.
Been on the sneaky kick lately, huh?
Yeah, although this is going to be more, outdoors than, thing rather than the infiltrator.
Yeah.
Awesome network. Thank you, David.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I just want to make sure that you didn't try to click before it actually became a PDF, and that could have been causing problems before it showed as a PDF. So,
Escape.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm making my dude big. 6'4".
Jeez.
And he's got a brawn of what?
A 3.
So you're stucky.
Yep. Drish Krug.
Who to who?
That's his name, Drish Krug. It's funny, it's spelled Dryll, but it's pronounced Drish. It's Welsh for gun or cannon.
Nice.
Ah.
All right. Got that. Soak of 2. And oh yeah, I forgot I got to add that.
And I see somebody tacked on their first picture, so you have a token there, Kelly.
Yes, I'm actually writing part of my bio up right now.
Melee. Highlighting planetary. Ranged heavy, ranged light, resilient. And None of the knowledge skills, correct? Okay. All right, so, oops. Right. Okay. Athletics and brawl each get a rank. Right. Gunnery and leadership each get a rank.
Oh, I guess I got enough credits. I might as well give me a stim pack or two, huh? Never hurts.
I mean, they are rather cheap.
Yeah. Sometimes certain people tend to be stingy with them. Well, mentioning names, you might not put them around very often. Where the hell's it at? Oh, medical. There we
go. Okay.
All right. And let's see. I think you liked my obligation there, Jim.
Let me sneak in there and take a look. Oh,
the very top line is the my extra descriptor from the book blurb. I figured you could have fun.
It ties in with your ship. I mean,
yeah, figured you could have fun with that.
Of course, the trick is I have yet to find a deck plan for your ship.
I found something, and I found an image as well for us, but there's no like definitive image of one, but I found one that they're calling it that, and it's close with a similar looking deck plan, which I'll share here in just a second.
Oh, that was weird.
What's that?
Probably. Oh, no.
I uploaded a new image. I said use image. And
all right.
Click to upload. There we go. Oh, save changes. Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah, that's one of the predominant ones that I found.
Yeah, similar, except it doesn't. Though I think it said that the weapons were retractable, so I guess that could fit. I think I saw that in the description. Now the question is, does the ship come with all the probes?
It does not.
Bastard. I knew you wouldn't give it to us, but
I proceeded to put the equivalent of encumbrance on the ship, so you have the number of encumbrance to replace all those cool things.
I see.
I mean, I don't think you can afford even one of those droids.
Well, I mean, for the price, I thought that was cool. I mean, but yeah, the deck plan's kind of interesting. So the one area could be modified, so based on that, but it's basically a three-tiered dock or deck plan, and the top deck, actually where those probes were, was also like a docking boarding port, which I thought that works good for Mandos as well.
I could totally see you guys getting the tactical boarding tubes.
Right?
Right.
So I don't know if anybody looked at the ship, but the ship that I had predominantly pushed was the Skywatch Deep, I forget the whole title, Skywatch Deep Space scout ship, basically, but it can carry 3 to 12 crew. It can carry another, I forget how many, like, troopers. It's got a year food supply. Key part of it is it's got a awesome hyperdrives. The drives are a class 1 and a class 10 for the backup, which is fast.
Yeah, it's the best combination of each, the emergency and the main.
Yeah, and then the sensor range is actually medium, not short.
Which means you can see trouble before it can see you.
Yep. And 6 passengers, so 3 hard points, and then it's got, which is fairly typical, dorsal and ventral turret mounted twin medium laser cannon. So.
And ship cannons use the gunnery skill, right?
Yep.
Excellent.
And it's got one on top and one on bottom with full arc.
Yep, ventral. Where they, I didn't even pay attention. Nice.
Yeah, it's got the full
fire
arc, which is nice.
All sweet. Linked one, so. But yeah, it's
the blueprint at the bottom there.
Yeah, fast deployment to poorly scouted sections of known space as part of the design in wild space. Basically, as a scout ship, it's actually a light freighter size, 3 to 12 crew. Like I said, depending on mission, the ship carries a complement of 6 probe droids. Normally, he didn't give us the probe droids. Let's see.
Also, you're looking at what an Imperial would suit the ship out as.
Well, we acquired it somewhere, yeah. So
I don't think Mandalorians use that many probe droids.
If we had them, so like I said, it was cool if possible. So 2 of the droids can be deployed in space with a hyperspace pod for a pre-programmed return trip. I was like, sweet. No. So the ship does not carry a HoloNet transceiver, though. So, but 10 Scout. What's that?
It's only audio messages that you can get, which is just fine.
Yeah. 10 Scout Troopers are on board, which obviously we don't have that, but obviously available along with their speeder bikes typically. And the dark issue. One thing it's funny. It talks about the deep dark is shielded by lightly armed, lightly armed. Let's see. It's more likely to run and fight when outnumbered in a gunfight, but it's actually not bad. It's 25 and 18. I wish the speed was a little faster, but that's all right. And armor's 4, silhouette's 4, speed of 3, so with no handling drawbacks, which I was kind of hoping for. So
The cheapest gun I could find myself for ranged heavy was an E5 blaster carbine.
That's fine.
That's a good go-to.
So that'll be my starting gun. It has inaccuracy 1.
Oh yeah. So the only drawback to the ship is any of those that have a fancy for pretty interior. The Skywatch class is fast and extraordinarily reliable. It has a austere interior that drives users to provide decorations of their own, or at least seek out better accommodations when returning from long trips, despite the decor the ship has proven to be a favorite among deep space scouts.
I mean, think about it.
At least for relatively short excursions.
For Mandalorians, it's perfect because it's very Spartan.
Yeah, pretty much. So
the important thing is you
class.
can go for long range trips. You have a year's worth of, protein paste on board.
Hey.
And you can see trouble before trouble sees you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought it was a good ship.
I like it.
And with, a pair of medium laser turrets, it's got some punch.
Lasers. No, yeah, it's got decent. It's not heavy armored, but it's equivalent to most, and actually some, depending on the stats, it's actually better than some of the freighters and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jim, can you look at Facebook?
Sure. Let me get in there.
Let me see it.
So in Roll20 on a weapon, there's the field for modifiers. Will that take values like one black?
Yep.
For weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put on the weapon combat under the modifier. It should take a -1 BLOK. Or no, you want to add a black, right?
Yeah. So just
so
one
plus
BLK.
1 BLK or 1 BLK, yeah.
Yep.
And it should add that to your roll automatically.
Cool.
On the weapon itself. All right. I thought I found a Mando image, but I don't know where I put it. Now, what I need to get is a Mando helmet modifier with a clip-off Kyuzo shield helmet or hat.
Okay. So no features, no modifiers. Maybe that's why.
Oh.
What am I doing wrong? I take that out of there and see what happens quickly.
Won't break it.
Huh?
Oh, God. That's it.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's up?
Any ideas why when I'm trying to roll on my gun, it's just dropping text instead of doing a roll?
Something's funky in your description section.
Well, in the whatchamacallits, the weapon or the quality, or not qualities. What was it?
Open. Let me get rid of the qualities and see what happens. There we go. It was the qualities.
You have a comma somewhere weird or configured weird.
Let me try it again now that I moved those there. Okay, perfect. So I moved the qualities to features because there's no commas. There was a line. So let me try that quickly and see if it works. I put a line break, or not a line break, but return. Okay, that works. Good.
Sweet. I think that's going to be a beautiful picture. Okay.
I was going to say, with the cryoban gun, did you read the description?
What's that?
That you can use it to put out fires too?
Oh, yeah. Which works great for my ship.
Uh-huh. I love how they put in the comment there about pirates, and smugglers try to keep one on hand. It's like, really? We've never seen one in any of the shows ever.
Oh, I know.
Still. So, I was trying to get my obligation. So, for my bounty hunter, and okay, let me roll the dice and see what it said. Now it came up with Keeper of the Faith. Ooh. Would that count for holding to the Death Watch?
Now, is it Death Watch or is this the way? Could also be the Mandalorian Code as your fate.
Well, exactly. I was going to say, so something to think of instead of as part of your obligation is you have motivations, which is where I put the way under beliefs, religion, philosophy, under motivations, and then the way, and then connections, family, Mandalorian family is what I did versus
for your obligation.
No, motivation.
What Kelly's saying is she rolled obligation. And,
I rolled the obligation table.
Oh, so rolled it?
And
yeah,
okay.
Yep,
and
it's one of the options.
Keeper of the Faith is what came up.
So to your character, what is the faith? Is it Death Watch? Is it just the Mandalorian Code? Are you one of those that don't take off their helmets?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so it means you keep to the Death Watch code?
Well, to the Mandalorian anyway, because there are Death Watch that took helmets off, but
some of them did, but yeah. As Bo-Katan said, "Oh, you're one of those." To Mando.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go with that because just their armor's so friggin' cool, and I like the whole. This is the way.
Off to have it cleaned. Mr. Boba Fett, would you like me to take your helmet and have it cleaned?
Yeah, well, in the movie or the show, you probably would. But yeah, I put my belief and that under motivation myself. I was initially putting it under as a part of my obligation, but then I was like, no, fits better there for me, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, in the motivation section, it also has the what do you believe in the Force and yada yada, or if it's your own traditions.
And the character sheet in Roll20 basically starts with 2 spots, so I filled both. So yeah, I did, like I said, the motivation. I did belief, religion, philosophy is a specific, and that's the way.
So are you?
Way.
You're also the. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, we're all Death Watch.
Comes later on the chart.
Yeah.
Or
we're
bounty
both
hunter.
For me.
Yeah, we're all Death Watch. So
yeah, no, but I'm like I'm for like because I think motivation comes at the end of the bounty hunter.
Yeah, it comes after the career trees in the book.
Oh, okay.
Let me go down to the motivations and see.
Yeah.
Motivation, and then I did gives them some fun bounty hunter motivations.
Yeah, and then I did connection, family, and then with that, that's where I basically, this talks about alliance and shit like that, but I was like, I changed it. My connection is family, which is my Mandalorian family, not the alliance, and then belief and religion. My religion is the way, the Mandalorian way. Those are my motivations, and then just so you all are aware, my obligation, since we know each other, is let me save that real quick. So my obligation is a 20-point obligation. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a ship after all.
It is a well-spent obligation.
Yeah. So my obligation is basically for our ship, being the gadgeteer and pilot for the ship. And basically, I'm in debt to a prominent figure, which we'll yet to figure out, for a very large bounty upon request, for acquisition of the Skywatch ship, scout ship. So at some point, somebody of prominence will be asking us to take on some kind of large, difficult bounty or such, or so.
In the middle.
So explain to me the obligation options.
So for an obligation, it's basically built-in backstory for your character.
Right.
If you're picking for you were going with the Merc Soldier, I would open up the Dangerous Covenants, I think is the
Dangerous Covenants.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you go right before the career trees start, there's basically mercenary-specific obligations.
Right. So, but when it comes to the obligation options of starting XP or credits, how does the point value work to purchase those? If I want to get 5 starting XP and 1,000 credits to start with,
20.
So currently, you are at 10. That's what you start as a group of 5 as 10. So there's a 50% chance of someone's obligation coming up randomly at the beginning of each session. So if you want, you can opt for the 10 experience bundle or 2 5s, which is what it sounds like you're wanting to get. You're wanting some experience and some credits, right?
Right.
So you're wanting to add +5, +5, so your total obligation would be 20. The nice thing with the obligation system is the first 10 can be 1, and if you want, you can split the other 2 into 2 tiny ones of different obligations. Or, like David's doing, you can just bucket them all together and make 20 points of obligation for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, actually, to get 5 XP and 1,000 credits, it actually doesn't take 20, it takes 15 at a 10 starting group.
But each one would be 5 experience.
Oh, wait, no, I do got to go to 20, I think, to get the... Yeah, actually, sorry, it is 20.
5, yeah.
So it takes 20 to get the +5 and the 1,000 credits.
Mm-hmm. Each one is
so either 10 and 10 or 15 and 5 or however you want to break up. But you have to have a total of 20 to get +5 XP plus 1,000 credits.
Yep.
And remember, at the beginning of game session when we roll the D100, that number is actually broken down for each obligation.
Yep.
So you can have a bunch of tiny obligations, which might be easier to pay off. Because remember, part of your character's story arc is you want to get rid of those obligations.
Well, mine's a one-time hit. It's not like I got to worry about collecting monies.
Really
it's just
big time hit.
It's just we're going to have a big bounty at some point. It's going to be fun.
And then if you fail, you now owe even more debt.
Yeah, well, you know.
So hold it. Which book is the assassin one in? Because it's not in the Edge of Empire.
The assassin is in the base book, but the No Disintegrations is the fluff book for bounty hunters in general.
All right, because I'm looking in the No Disintegration and I'm not seeing it. So
yeah, that tree is
there should be
the base book.
So yeah, if you want money and tiny, 5 experience, it's going to cost you.
So Kelly, page 18 of No Disintegrations has the obligations.
Yeah, no, I have that. I'm looking at that, but I was then looking for the base assassin one. You know, the tree for it, and it's not in the disintegration. So I was like, okay.
That's in the core rule book.
Which book?
so Kelly, also, if you open up that email I sent you the PDFs of both of your trees.
Yeah.
If you wanted to just print up hard copies that had the actual descriptions
I did,
on them.
Except for the Death Watch one came up terrible.
Oh.
But, I've saved that to my...
Unfortunately, there's no pretty copy of it floating around. I'm thinking I might have to get my physical copy and scan it. I'm horribly lazy about that.
So I was going to go with Thrill Seeker, but I'm thinking of changing that to Adrenaline Rush.
The obligations?
Yep.
Does somebody have danger? Because I'm trying to find dangerous covenants. I thought I had it, and I'm not seeing it. What is Adrenaline Rush? That's what I picked, and now I'm trying to understand what it is.
Okay, so Adrenaline Rush is, at least it's one of the hired guns obligations, and it's the character is addicted to the rush of adrenaline he gets from battle. It was this character flaw that cost him his position at the upper levels of society. Now he must feed the addiction, or the results turn ugly indeed. The character cannot back down from a fight of any kind, and often goes in search of conflict when things get too tame for his tastes. Should the character go an entire session without combat of some kind, the GM may add a penalty of 1 black to any skill checks in the next session or until the character gets a chance to fight.
Because you need to get some violence going.
So basically, my character is kind of like the big tank guy from Bad Batch. He wants to fight all the time. Let's blow shit up! Come on!
Yep.
I love how you make your personality swings here in your characters. Mr. Super peaceful. Now we're like, let's blow everything up.
Right?
Oops, all right, let's see.
So what I'm hearing you say is, I feel sorry for these pirates when you guys get on their ship.
Well, pirates are open game, man. They're just scum.
They're pirates. It's a victimless crime.
Kill them first, ask questions later.
And the best part is, as you're butchering your way through these pirates on their ship, you'll be collecting all of these basic guns that you'll be saying, these guns are crap, but we'll take them anyway.
So,
Uh-oh.
Thinking for my other obligation, duty bound. My thirst for combat and just being an adrenaline junkie once got me in a bad situation, possibly legally, I'm thinking, and a Mandalorian senator kind of got me off the hook, and it could have been really bad for me, but now I am indebted to her. So thinking duty bound for my other one.
Interesting. So during Sweeps Weeks, when your obligation comes up, there'll be that phone call saying, I've got a job that only you and a special group can take care of.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the A-Team theme.
Yeah, so duty bound is basically the hired gun was once saved from certain death or an unfulfilled contract by someone he would have never expected to aid him. He knows that debt is due someday and he's going to have to save someone in turn. This focuses the duty bound obligation on the hired gun's stock and trade, fighting and killing.
And Golda, what career did you go for?
I selected Soldier Vanguard.
Nice.
As here you are, a professional soldier, and the rest of your folks are, mercenaries.
Yeah, well, Well, I'm a professional. I'm a bounty hunter. What are you talking about?
I'm a professional. I'm a professional hired gun.
Right.
And
we started as
side,
a soldier.
Our
right.
2 bounty hunters will be licensed bounty hunter members, by the way. So if you would like to pick a bounty hunter group that you're a part of, or just a licensed bounty hunter in general.
Oh yeah, there's different groups, right?
There's different chapters of bounty hunters. But you can always just say, I have a basic Imperial bounty hunter license.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll have to look at them. I forget. I kind of forgot all about that. So I do have an image for my dude loaded, by the way.
Oh, let me jump in there. I do see the little picture has populated.
He is now available. Should be hopefully down below if you got that up. I think.
I like how you have the homage to your people's normal, traditional hat.
Yeah, I figured why not, man. Now I just need to get that modified to be an actual larger shield hat.
Ridiculously indestructible Captain America shield / sleigh.
Yeah, I don't know that their shields are indestructible, but they can be thrown, and if I remember right, they can be thrown and or used for shields.
And ridden as a little sleigh toboggan. Watch you snowboarding down the hill. Of course, that's according to the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah. So I thought it was cool. I saw that particular. I'm like, yeah, that's fitting. Got to be different. All right. Just imagine the bottom being more Mando-ish looking.
Mm-hmm. It's a good approximation.
Yeah. There's no actual Mando Kyuzu images out there per se.
So did the image I upload properly for use as my token?
I don't see anything on your character sheet. Oh, yeah, looks like it came up.
Hey.
Let's see if it's good enough of a quality to save and bring up. Because unfortunately, the token feature doesn't work often. It used to be you could just drag that onto the map and it would be an instant token, but that feature doesn't work anymore.
That's a shame.
It got lost long ago.
Bummer. Okay, got all of that. I think I am pretty
Jon
good to
Favreau
go.
will appreciate that you like him as a Mandalorian.
What's that?
In Mandalorian, that's Jon Favreau's character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I figured that's good enough because he got the nice big gun, so.
And the funny thing is, he also played in Clone Wars the douchebag in Death Watch, and this guy is related to that guy.
Aha.
What you got?
Hey, Jim. The character sheets that are loaded in here, that's just like generic names you put in here for us, right?
Yeah, placeholders.
That's just the
That's what I thought.
Names.
Yep, change them at your will.
Or hey, I mean, if you really like the crappy names, you could keep it because that could be Star Warsy.
Well, I thought it was weird, and I was like, I don't know what you're doing.
Once in a while, they're not terrible.
I mean, I've had many an NPC where I took a word that was close to what it came up with and said, I'm rolling with that.
Oops. That's...
And you should all have access to the ship once you decide what the ship's name is.
Oops.
Till then, it's the Snarfleet System Skywatcher.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go look at the options here in a few.
Because once you name it, then it's going to get destroyed.
Dude. Sounds right.
By the way, Golda, that is an awesome picture.
Isn't it great? It's a young lady. I was surprised to find one that was Chiss.
Very cool.
Where's it at? Oh, you don't.
Weird. It's insisting that it's Lachelle when I tried changing it.
Do you have it loaded as your image or down, or is it just on your character sheet?
I edited on my character sheet and use selected token? Nope. It says name, so I put my name in, and then it says avatar, and then it says
No, I was looking to see if it was down in the bottom avatars where if you under the chat area, if you do as and change it to once you change your character sheet name, and you do as the new character name, it'll show as your token down below.
Right. So look how I posted just now. I posted the word test, and it's got the girl's picture, right? It's got the image that I'm interested in. But then I look over at myself. I look over at myself on the side.
The picture
it says that my name is Lachelle.
Right. Below that where it says as.
No. What Golda's saying is her miniature picture at the bottom left-hand corner is showing Lachelle because you have to go out of Roll20 and change it outside of
the name.
Because she's showing as the Chiss Mando to me.
Yeah,
I can't tell. I have small tokens.
It says Lachelle, just like Simi shows Simi.
Yeah,
go to the cog.
But that's because if you
I found it.
as You got
but go to the cog and change your display name to your current name, and that'll change your name here.
Yep. I got it.
Channel. There you go.
So if you go to the very top right corner of the My Settings at the top right corner, and you click on that, you can change your display name there.
That's what she just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I was saying it for Kelly because Kelly.
Oh.
It
So.
Yeah, unfortunately, the character sheet and the face profile doesn't link because it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. I can see the image. I had the pictures on the bottom. It's small, so it was hard to see exact detail.
Yeah,
it wasn't until I pulled up her character, I'm like, that's a badass freaking picture.
Yeah. And then for your character sheet, on that you need to do an edit to change it on the character sheet. Go to bio and then click edit, and then you can change the name as it appears on your character sheet, which will also carry to your token.
I love the very chiff name.
I went to a name generator, and I was laughing at myself. It took me 3 or 4 chances to get what I wanted, but there you go.
It's probably the same one I use, and
you got to cycle through it for a while sometimes.
Unfortunately, they didn't have a specific name for Mandalorian human.
Right.
So I think I tried a couple of the different human ones, and I think the name I chose came up from Corellian human, because they did have that.
Yeah, try finding a usual name. Took a bit, but I found one.
Okay, now I was not paying attention while people were showing on the lower set of things. I know how to change my name because I already did that. How do I get this Wookiee out of there and put this? I've changed the.
Yeah, so under chat.
Under chat.
It says as right next to where you click the send button.
Right.
That's what your name or your picture display will pull from. So if you've uploaded your images to your new character. There you go.
Cool.
And that will show like a multitude of potential characters you might have.
Yeah,
so you might have to change it every time you come in the room. So.
Okay, that fixes it there, but.
Does anybody got any questions?
Not yet.
I can copy and paste from this.
All right, let's see. What do we come up with here?
Jim, at your leisure, if you want to take a look at the 2 obligations I entered and make sure they meet your satisfaction.
Meet my sadist tendencies to use them and use them against you, you mean?
Yeah. Do the details give you what you need?
Ooh.
So, Dave, you were saying for motivations, you did belief as the category, type, honor, and then just the way?
No. I did. Let me pull it up here. Motivation. So I did belief, religion, philosophy.
Okay.
And then the way as a philosophy,
Yeah.
or kind of a religion to them, but they kind of went weird on religion. And then I for a second one I did connections, family, and then basically it's more specifically family, Mandalorian family. So any of my Mandalorians family to me. So and then
Do we have to choose 2 motivations?
no, but I thought there was 2
Usually you
spots on the
only have
sheet.
to
So
pick one. If you roll like 96 to 100, it says roll twice, but you only have to roll once.
yeah, like I said, for him, it's the way, but a big part of that is for him is he was taken in, rescued. So he's all about protecting those that rescued and protected and raised him. So
Yeah, same with me. But I'm doing it a little different than you.
All right.
So my obligation is keeper of the faith.
Okay.
My motivation is actually the code quiet professionalism.
Nice.
Skills are all good. I think that page is all good. Does anybody have any of the knowledge skills?
Well, we have them. We all have them.
I mean, does anyone have them as like career path type skills?
I mean, I do have an intellect of 4.
Oh, okay. Right.
I don't have any of them as a career, but yes, all my knowledge is I have 4. So I can fix and work the ship and stuff like that. So I know things. Just not specialized in knowing things. I just know things generally.
Good enough.
Somebody keeps up
and then
on the holo tabloid.
So
what's that?
Somebody keeps up on the holo tabloid.
Right? But my agility is 3, so I'm a decent pilot, but I'm not like expert pilot. So, but we'll be fine. I got 2 yellow and a green in piloting. We'll be fine.
We will be fine. Hey, Jim, have you posted recently the armor that we have?
I have not recently. It's in the Skype chat, though.
It's the Novice Mandalore Hunter armor. I'm trying to find it in the geared, and it's not.
Yeah, it's not in Ogdudes, which is why I was trying.
Well, there's Mandalorian armor. I just chose that.
Yeah, you have to use. Basically, the only reason it's called Novice is in the No Disintegrations book, because it's armor that doesn't have all the tricked out toys on it yet.
But he gave us the
tracking. I found it in Skype.
Yeah, he gave us the enhanced optics suite and the tracking system. So
yeah, the Novice armor comes with just those 2 features. The experienced bounty hunter comes with quite a bit more.
Yeah, so I just in Ogdudes I just added without buying the Mandalorian armor, and then added the 2 items just to keep track.
Exactly. Yeah, add it to your character, but without don't purchase. Just add, and then go into the modifications and add those 2 modifications to it.
Yeah, add, don't buy.
That way you're not getting, because it'll say you can't afford this, or you won't be able to afford anything else.
Right. And what do I?
In debt.
What do I do? You said modify.
So
when you go to attachments, you choose them, and then instead of hitting purchase, you just hit finish.
Yeah. Add it without charging.
And make sure when you select the tracking system, you add the skill vigilance mod. Optics suite.
Made a right royal mess at the bottom of the character sheet of the splash page.
All right, so encumbrance 3.
I'm trying to put on how do I put on the vigilance mode or mod?
So when you click on your attachments and you select the tracking system, over to the right, it'll have select optional mods, and you want to check mark the single vigilance mod.
Oh, there it is. So you choose it on the left, and then you select the skill vigilance mod on the right.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
And so make sure you add both tracking system and enhanced optics suite, and then hit finish.
Tracking system, there it is. And for the tracking system, do I select vigilance as well?
Nope. Only
just
one
for
of
the
them.
one.
Yep.
Okay.
Wrong place.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oops. Shit. Wrong button. Okay, good.
And in the wrong.
Okay, so
Then
oh, thank goodness for Notepad sometimes.
Yeah.
Taking the whole description from Ogdudes of the attachments and dumping it into Notepad so that I can then nicely copy paste pieces of it into the character sheet.
You can do it all because those cells you can drag and reshape to read it fully.
Oh, can you?
Bottom right corner of any of those descriptor cells.
Yep.
In the character sheet, but in Ogdudes, there's so much text to that I couldn't. That's where I couldn't select it nicely to copy it. So I just grabbed all of it.
Oh, well, I don't usually put the whole right hand description. I just put the the qualities and stuff like that, and then I put that in those fields, and you can adjust so you can see all of it. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So. Oh, and just a note for everybody: if you went in and put in your skills before buying the armor in Ogdudes, realize that did not mean to do that. That one vigilance mod wasn't added in there yet, so you'll need to add another rank.
I didn't catch that part, so I just added it. But yeah, I was just seeing it didn't. Updated.
My vigilance didn't come through either.
Yeah. Because I already had a vigilance, so.
Yeah, I had a vigilance of 1 yellow, 1 green before adding the armor mods in. Now it's 2 yellow.
Gonna be some vigilant people.
Right?
Don't ask me to prepare for anything.
Exactly.
Because my cool's a 1.
My vigilance is 2 green, but it's been 2 green all along as far as I can tell.
You should have 1 yellow in there, Golda.
From there.
Okay, how do I get it to populate?
Yeah, so in the character sheet, you have to do it manually by adding a rank. In Ogdudes, once you've purchased or once you've added that Mandalorian armor with the Vigilance mod, it should change it to a 1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, so if it doesn't change it, what do I do?
You'll have to add it manually.
Yep.
That's what okay. There we go. But it's insisting, never mind, I don't care anymore. It's saying that I'm using XP to do it, and I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to give myself the XP and leave it alone.
Yeah, but that may make things tricky.
Go to, nope, not that one. Let's see. Nope, that's one to charge to. I was trying a couple different routes. Yeah, I'm surprised that it didn't.
Yeah, Golda, go ahead and share your screen. And we want to take a look at your Ogdudes. Okay, so in your equipment, click on Yeah, so you have the Mandalorian armor there on the right. Go ahead and click on attachments. And skill vigilance and tracking system. So go ahead and cancel that. And go into your skills. Yeah, okay, so see.
But no, this is what it looks like.
Interesting. So go ahead and go.
I added one in, like you said, but then my unused XP became -5.
Go into your characteristics. Interesting. All right, go into equipment again. Go ahead and delete that or remove that Mandalorian armor.
You should just be able to delete the enhancement and re-add it and see if that doesn't.
I figure let's start from scratch. Yeah. Go into skills now first, and let's see what it shows. All right, so it's showing the 2 green. So back to equipment. Let's go ahead and buy Mandalorian armor or add it. And let's go into the attachments.
Because I can tell you what I did, and it wasn't calculating. I clicked the failed box, not the other box.
Okay.
So it didn't add it. So make sure you're clicking the left-hand box, not the right-hand box.
The one, right? It's this one over here, not the one that says failed.
Yep.
Yes.
So
and what was the other one called?
Tracking.
Tracking. And don't select anything for the tracking.
Nope. And hit finish. Yes. All right. So now go back to your skills. That is so weird.
And don't forget you got to equip the armor for it to show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine automatically, or I was already equipped. So, yep. So hit that equip check mark to the right.
Oh.
There you go.
That's gonna do it.
Yep.
Hey, good job, Jim. Thank you.
Don't put it on.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. Doesn't help you if you don't wear it.
What? You mean just carrying it doesn't do anything for you? Come on now.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I accidentally clicked the failed box real quick and updated and no.
All right.
Yeah, I used all of my XP on my characteristics. So I'm like, all of my skills should be at whatever the system says they are, nothing extra.
Well, no, that's ultimately the best thing you can do is max out whatever characteristics that you can afford to that you're critical for, because dice pool is everything.
Yep. That's what Jim told me to do.
Yeah, because my first character, I mean, he still did good, but I kind of gimped him because I didn't really do that, and I put a bunch of points into ability, talents, and I mean, he was still fun, but it could have been a whole different story if I had properly spent the experience.
Grix, right? I mean, he had one ability that he was good at, but man, he could shoot anything from anywhere and do it blindfolded. Why? Because when I started the character, I bought him up to 4 agility. And then I used what points I had left to go straight down the tree to the dedication and started him off with 5 agility.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to do that.
Yeah, it can be rough because, it being a one-hit wonder, though. The sad part is, with a lot of characters, if you go agility and you're a fighting class, shooter, it's like it covers so much stuff agility does. So you're not so bad off but if you're going like 5 presence person, you're going to be screwed with a bunch of other stuff. So
yeah, unless you're playing a Jedi that can go for presence lightsaber combat. It does not pay off to, max out one of the other abilities.
Yeah, no. I mean, even intelligence, you're going to be hurting if you don't have something else up.
Something to fall back on.
Yeah. I know things, but please don't touch me. I can't handle it. I'll die.
Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna step away from the computer for a bit.
Oh shit, that's the blaster cannon. My bad. Armor.
Now remember, in a pinch, you can always go for a ballistic rifle or pistol and shoot actual pew-pew bullets.
That was what Rex did.
Because they're super cheap.
If you happen to be fighting Jedi, they work really well against them.
That rifle was a fucking beast too.
Oh, with the exploding rounds?
Yep.
I mean, come on, it's literally the big game hunter's weapon meant to take out big creatures.
Yep. E 50? Yeah. Rarity 8. Features. Okay, I've got my armor in there. Shouldn't be any critical injuries or notes currently.
See if that works. That should be interesting.
So one of the reasons part of the reason I went with hired gun is I went and I looked at the signature abilities too. And both of them were just really, really good. One of them allows me to have the damage coming in before soak, and then it lasts for like the next 2 rounds. And then the other one allows me to make a hard resilience check, and if I succeed, I skip my next turn and immediately eliminate all minions in the encounter.
Nice.
Yeah, that one will be fun.
My guy, let's see, I forget all the specialization. Gadgeteer, so I got jerry rigged, so like choose weapon armor, other item, give it a permanent improvement while it remains in use, so I can increase its I think it's like I can increase its soak or I can increase its damage if it's a weapon. I get spare clip, several toughens, armor master, so soak again, by value, so I'll be able to increase my armor soak to like something ridiculous. So, yeah, Armor Master improved. When wearing armor with a soak value of 2 or higher, increase defense by 1, so my defense will go up. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Nice. Hey, Jim, so the Death Watch does count as our...
Jim had to step away.
That's right, my bad. I'll wait till he comes back. Fine.
But it's a universal yet, if that's what you can do.
Now, can you buy a universal specialization off of a regular tree, or do you have to go up the universal tree to get it?
Universals always cost 20 experience to purchase.
No, I mean for the specialization, or not the specialization, the signature ability.
Do they have one for? I don't think the universals have signatures, do they?
You can only buy the signature off of the regular careers. They don't have one for the universals.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, and Jim, having Death Watch counts as our second specialization. So when we buy another one, it costs, if it's in our career, it costs 30, right?
Yeah, I don't think that should affect your purchase of a new career specialization. Yeah, so my career specialization to buy a second bounty hunter's career specialization, it's 30 to buy a new one.
Yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances, I think it would be.
Yeah, the universal doesn't impact that number.
Shouldn't it be 20 normally for
No.
Normally
it'd be 20, because if we didn't have this is it hit me when I was with Prit, because I got her a second.
So yeah, I guess is it 20 or 30 for second
30.
one?
Yeah, for in career it should be 20 for your second specialization. So according to Ogdude's, Death Watch is counting as the second specialization, and therefore buying another one would be your third specialization.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I put it in as a GM gift. Does that make a difference?
Well, you just add the 20 points.
Yeah.
Or I just put it in as a GM gift, so the system will not think of it as a third choice, right? Or will it still say it's a third choice?
Is there?
How did you?
No, there was an option.
Yeah. How did you add it as a
GM gift, please?
Go to description, and then it says GM grants. And then it says in big letters, don't be a little dick about it. But then you can choose in your free specialization, you can roll down to Death Watch Warrior, and then select grant.
Where do you see this
go to the
grants?
Descriptions.
Yeah.
Under character at the top on the left tabs. Under award is GM grants. I've never actually clicked that because I assumed it referenced XP and credits.
I hit award.
No, below it.
No,
GM grants.
Don't hit award. Hit GM grants underneath it.
My program doesn't have GM grants.
Oh,
you must be running a much older version.
That is so weird because I actually blew it away and pulled the latest version off the website.
Well, then maybe you have 2 new ones. It needs to be older.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I am running. What am I running? I am running 2.3.5.0.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm running.
Then it might be when you launch, it might be one of the features that you can, because you can kind of choose some of the data set stuff.
Oh, let me go in and pull up the launcher.
But yeah, I've never actually clicked on that and played with that. You can grant character starts with force rating of whatever, maximum defense 0 for a max of whatever. Brawn from talent, increased wound, willpower. Wow, yeah. Free specialization, free skills, free talents.
Mm-hmm.
So I
There's
think
all
we
kinds
need.
of things here, and then it says use these options only with permission of your GM. Like, don't be a little bitch.
Yeah.
What I read right there.
Free skills. So actually, this would have been a good place to have added some of the stuff for, like, I think, looks like it might be under the talent. Wow, talents, biggest fan. Yeah, so these are probably some of the stuff, racials or stuff, possibly even.
So Jim, is that what you want us using?
But as long as you track it, it doesn't matter.
Well, except that when you add another profession, it's going to cost more or less depending on which way you add it.
That might not change it. When you go to add a new specialization, Golda, does it charge you 30 for another one in your career path, or?
How do I select a new one?
Yeah, so go to specialization, go to purchase, top, and then show only, make sure it's showing, which it should default, show only career specialization, and what's the XP cost there?
20.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we'll have to wait for Jim to come back and give us a...
Yeah, because I can change that up in a heartbeat.
I can't. I don't know why I don't have that stupid option.
I'm back. What's up?
So for the Death Watch, are you counting that as a second specialization, or are you giving that one
second specialization? Yeah.
Yeah. So buying our next specialization in career will cost 30 and not 20. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, because it's plus 10 per extra specialization you have.
Yep.
Okay.
Oops. So let me go and remove that.
So yeah, she found something I'd never played with. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I've never seen the GM, or had never clicked on the GM grants, though I've always seen it, I think. But
and I don't even have the GM grants.
Yeah, that's weird, especially if you're. So it's got to be one of the things on the launcher.
It's weird because I just pulled up the launcher and I see nothing on there that would indicate GM. I mean, there's the GM tools, but that's, a completely separate module.
Yeah, but it could be. Do you have more options check marked? Bottom, towards the bottom on the right.
Yeah, I have more options checked.
All right.
And all that does, it shows you data. And I mean, if you uncheck it, it hides the data info, clear cache, compact cache, transfer data, data path, language, and portability. So weird. Why doesn't my character? Oh, you know what? Let me go up there. Oh.
Data.
There we go. I found it. Up at the top of Ogdudes, there's options. And under options, it has allow GM grants.
Oh, there you go. That was under where?
Under options, up at the top of Ogdudes, there's basically
on the once you launch it.
Yeah, once you're in the character generator.
Okay.
Up at the top, it has the donate button, then options, and print and save. And under options.
Well, there you go. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was somewhere where you could click a bunch of stuff. Yeah, all your books and stuff. And
there we go. Now I have the GM grants button.
Yeah, allow universal starting specialization. That's interesting. Use alternate defense calculation. Huh. All right. But yeah, that's a cool little tool going forward if Jim wants to just give stuff to us.
Right. Okay, so is there anything I'm missing? I have all my character info, I have my 2 careers, I have my description, I have my motivation, I have my obligations. All my skills look good. My characteristics are in there. Combat, I have my weapon loaded. Inventory, I have my armor. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
All right.
So does anybody have any questions, concerns, comments? Quietly crying in the corner.
Far.
All right, so I know we went over this like 3 times already, but I thought I already had it, which, oh, wait, hang on.
I don't see how much money we're supposed to have. Like, what money do I have to buy stuff?
Most of you
500.
will start out with 500 unless you used your obligation to get extra cash.
Got it. Okay.
Which I had to do because the gun I wanted cost 550, damn it.
All right, it is 9.
Mine
I'm
costs
going to
more
drop
than
off.
that.
Have a good evening.
All right,
Good night,
see you guys.
Jeff. So, how do I get my character in the lower left in Roll20 instead of showing Tozen to show Driss?
Sorry, for where to where?
So in the lower
name?
left where it has the names.
Go to the cog.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was just change it under the chat. All right, there we go. Cool, thank you.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Yeah, have a good night and see you in 1 week when you're ready to take on some pirates.
Yep.
And I am real quick gonna drop a possible suggestion.
Oh, a suggestion? Suggestion in what way?
And who's that for?
So this is
ship name. Okay.
This is in Mandalorian from the Mandalorian dictionary.
Nice.
So the first part is the Mandalorian words, and then the second is how it's pronounced. Then Broker, and then merciless hammer is what that means. So Aden is merciless.
Yep.
Broker is hammer.
It's Aden.
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 Broker.
Or Broker. So
Brokar.
Yeah, merciless hammer, and this is literally from the Mandalorian library.
I like it.
Dictionary.
Here, maybe. Do you have the dictionary? You can link it. Okay, cool.
There you go. There's the.
Maybe I'll rename my character.
Right. I may go back through and play, but yeah.
There's a dictionary. Okay.
Although I do like that it's Welsh for gun or cannon. It fits.
Oh yeah. Oh, yours. Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
Your character name. Yeah.
Driss.
Yeah. So we good with that name?
I like it.
All right.
Sounds like it is a go.
Yeah, I will update that. Where did the ship go? There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. So if you're piloting a jetpack, was that planetary or space?
That's
planetary.
Right?
Planetary.
Yeah, that's planetary.
Sure, I had that correct.
All right. I think I've got my character fully loaded and ready to go. So I bid you all adieu and happy 2025.
Happy 2025.
Yay.
And new campaign.
Yay. This is going to be a fun one. Not that the last one wasn't, but this is going to be a fun one.
For once,
I think
you
it'll be
guys
cool.
are going to be going from running away saying, don't shoot me, to standing your ground and shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can say I'm definitely looking forward to having a party that's willing to fight instead of being the only real fighter in the party and going, oh, no, we're not going to fight. It's like, fuck. Like, now? No.
But
Okay,
I
how about
spent all
now?
those experience on fighting.
I know. Okay, now? No? Shit. Yes? Yeah, let's do this. So, yeah. So, I'm happy. So, there we go. Ship's all set.
Right,
I loaded the image, loaded the name. Sweet.
Okay, I'm going to save this, and then I'll just have to come back to it because
yeah, that library is pretty
tomorrow.
It's like a full on. It's like a full on dictionary. It's huge.
Nice. I like that. Okay, perfect. Another silly little thing I found in there under the cog is the checkbox for character pop-out windows. So that instead of having to open my character and then pop it out, it automatically pops it out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're using Alt-Tab, because if it gets disappeared a few, like 3 layers deep in other windows, it's a pain in the butt to find it. And if you keep clicking to bring it up and it doesn't come up, it's because it's hiding behind a couple windows.
3 monitors, Jim. I always move my character sheet onto my left monitor.
Okay.
He's not like those of us on a laptop playing. So.
Yeah.
I've had too many creatures up on my screen and Alt-Tab, and cannot find the one. Then I click on it and it doesn't pop up because it's back there somewhere.
Yep, I could see that being a problem. However, not my problem.
Oh.
All right, gang. Good night.
Yep. Good night, all.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night, guys. And I will totally be shooting you guys some super questions for each one of you individually and just putting them on your character sheet probably. So keep an eye on your character sheet before we game next week. So they're going to be really simple questions. Just background questions.
Might want to, since Jeff is already off, I can text him and let him know.
Or I'll totally tell him in Skype and he'll never get the message.
Right. All right, gang.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Night.
Bye.